Okay, Linda, thank you so much for letting me interview you. So, to start, can you please introduce yourself, and that can include your name, your majors, and any applicable minors, as well as your school and your pre-professional track?
So my name is Linda Dow. I'm currently a junior at the University of Toledo in Toledo, Ohio. I'm in the College of Business and Innovation there, and my majors are Human Resource and Information Systems, and I have a minor in Economics.
All right, so why did you choose to go into human resourcing?
It was actually funny because I actually was in the pharmacy track my freshman year, and I kind of hated pharmacy, so I decided to move out of pharmacy and go into the College of Business. And I found after just like thinking over things and talking to my advisor that like being around people and talking to people is something that I really enjoy to do. And human resource is basically that. Like you like talk to people all day and you're like their number one support system. So that's why I went to human resource.
Yeah, that's a great reasoning. So why did you choose your specific university for it to go to?
I chose University of Toledo because they had a really good pharmacy program, which is why I originally went there. But they do also have a good college like business program, so that's why I decided to stay. And the people there really make it up, and the professors there actually like they truly care about your like academic success, and they will reach out to you if they know that you're like struggling.
All right, and how do you like the University of Toledo at the moment? And that can include the class size to teacher ratio, as well as academic support, dorming, things like that.
So I guess I do like my school. I think like the teacher to student ratio is really like good because I'm in like the honors program there. So my classes are usually around like 20 people, and some classes are like 200, but that's because they're the introduction class. So like that's given. But I do like that. I do like their support system. Their dorming situation. They're kind of expensive. I lived on the most expensive one, which is like 1,200 a month. So that was a lot of money. Yeah, but it was like an off-campus, on-campus type of thing. So like it was different, but their dorming is really nice. Um, they actually have like adequate space, I guess, for everyone, and like the housing, like choosing part was really good. Like I got what I wanted, and I don't know what else you like. What was your other question?
Oh no, like just like what you like most about like University of Toledo, like what you would tell students about it and everything.
I like the people. I think that because I'm from Illinois, so like I guess like Ohio is just so completely different from me, and the people in Ohio just seem different and they're like nicer, and it's just like I like being able to see that perspective of like other people. And I also like how like I guess like the clubs there, they're really open and like they really care about your success in school as well as being like involved in a lot of like campus orgs.
All right, yeah. And what organizations and clubs are you a part of at the University of Toledo?
So I'm currently involved in a lot right now. So my freshman year, I was in the cross country club, um, and I was in like this thing called freshman camp, where like you just come and meet people from your class and all of that. And since then, I've been in Pi Beta Phi, the sorority, as their director of PR and marketing. I've been in this club called CAP, which is Campus Activity and Programming, as their secretary last year, and this year I'm their vice president of programming and finance. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Psi, the professional business fraternity. I am a part of student government as their voice for international students. I am involved in UT Liftoff as a mentor. I am also involved in FAA, and I was their treasurer. I was involved in VSA, the Vietnamese Student Association, as their events coordinator last year. Like this is all last year and this year, and that's what I remember off the top of my head. But like, and I also was a part of the Army ROTC last year, and I was their class candidate for their Persian Rifles team. So that's usually what I'm involved in right now.
Wow, you were involved in a lot of activities
Yeah.
and stuff. So you did mention Greek life, am I correct?
Yeah.
So how do you have any advice for students who are interested in Greek life? And that can be the social aspect of it, but also the professional fraternities as well.
So with social and professional, since I've been in both, I can definitely see like the difference in them. I've been through the social recruitment twice because the first time it did not work out the way it planned, and the second time it was completely better. And my advice for anyone that would go to Greek life is like go with your own gut. Like it's easy to like go with what your friends want to do and like what your friends are already in. And I've made that mistake and I went where my friends wanted and not where I wanted because I felt like if someone I knew was there, then I'd be fine. And when I got there, it was just not where I wanted to be. So my advice would be like, just choose what you want, where you want to go. And like you're spending money, it's not cheap. So just ignore what everyone else says about the sorority or whatever they're like, I guess they're like what they're known for on campus, you know what I mean? But just go where you want to go and like like don't take anyone else's advice except for your own. I mean, my school does recruitment kind of differently. Like I know like usually other schools like let you go to like the houses and you get to pick where you wanted to like rush and all that, but at my school like they don't give you that option. They basically choose it for you. Like they give you like a rank top 1 to 4 and then they like choose from there for you. So I don't really have like that freedom. But I also think that professional fraternities are like, this is like going like really deep, but they're better. They're not fake. I guess like there's nothing wrong with Pi Beta Phi. They're all sweet, but I think in general, like professional fraternities will help you more in life and they're actually cheaper and the people in there are nicer and they're actually sincere because they actually want you there compared to like a social sorority. So it's all up to you. Like it is what you make it. So whatever you want to put your money in is like what my question is like what am I going to get out of this when I grow up? Like is it just for now or is it going to help me like grow in the future? So that's my advice.
That's amazing advice. Thank you for sharing that bit. And I know that you mentioned before that you are an out-of-state student. So did you have any fears or concerns going to a university that was outside of your state?
So I did have fears just because like I didn't know what Ohio was. I've never been to Ohio. Even when I accepted to go to the school, I never went to the school before then. But I've like grown up like taking care of myself. So like my parents were not really like, like babying me until college. So I knew how to like cook, I knew how to clean, I knew how to like I guess have a schedule to like keep myself like organized. So that part was easy, but I guess like the hardest part is like not knowing anyone. Like you go to that school, like it's just like a completely fresh face, like you don't know anyone, like it's a good opportunity to like start over and meet new people. So like my advice for you is like be on social media. Like I met my best friend because she texted me over Instagram and she was like, "Are you Asian?" And that's how we became best friends. Like after that, we hung out like every single day. And then from her, so she's from like the Toledo area, she introduced me to her friends, and then I became with her friends. And like the group of friends like expanded as well as like meet like joining organizations on campus. Like that's like quickest way to meet friends. Like meeting new people is easy because everyone wants friends because they're all like freshman year everyone's scared and everyone's by themselves, so it's easy to like contact people, so don't be scared.
All right. And thank you for sharing a little bit about that. And another thing is, what's something that you got to do while at the University of Toledo that you weren't able to do back at like your own hometown?
I guess like something I was able to do is have like independency, because I know if I like went to school in Illinois, like I'd be staying at home. So like I wouldn't be able to do all these things that I do because my parents would be like on my back all the time. So I was able to actually like be on my own for the first time and like make my own decisions like without like my mom or dad behind my back like asking me. And like I was also able to like gain like professional connections with people like in my field, which I wasn't able to do in like Illinois because like I don't know, like I feel like I want to like work in Ohio, so that's why I came here. So like that's a better way to gain connection, is to like go to school in a place where you want to work in the future.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. And so now we're going to transition a little bit towards like the college application process itself. So when you were applying for college personally, how did you feel about the entire college application process?
This is so long ago. Oh my god. From what I remember, the application process was bad. It was, I used Common App on everything. Like I was so dumb, and I just applied to like everywhere. Like I applied to like 50 different schools, and that's why I didn't even remember going into University of Toledo. I don't remember applying there. I don't remember like being my top 3 schools. Like I don't know how that even happened, but I ended there. I think Common App was pretty easy to use. Like it was just like you do it for one thing and it goes for like every single one. And my high school actually prepared me for like Common App, and they like in my English class they made us write like a personal essay. I know you have to write those, so they made me write that as like a final project, and that helped a lot. And then so I recently like applied to transfer. So like if anyone ever wanted to transfer, the transfer process is really easy. Like it's the same thing. You use Common App and you go through like Common App transfer, and they already have all your data on there, so you don't even have to worry about like inserting it back in, since like Common App already has your information from like when you like originally applied.
Okay, and then when you were applying, and that can be like back in high school, like for the transfer wise, what did you find to be the most difficult part?
Um, my most difficult part was just like um I guess like choosing what college I wanted to go to, because there were so many options. And I guess that was like my hardest part, because like Common App was pretty easy. It took me a while to write my personal essay, so it ended up like being like a poem instead of an actual essay, so that ended up being what it was. But I think the hardest part was just like writing a personal essay that was like sincere to myself and would be like approach like something that someone would want to read. That's not like just like this is me, this is all that. So that's that.
All right, and when you were researching schools and everything, when did you start and how long did you think the entire process took you?
I started so late. I think I actually, so like when I grew up, I always wanted to go to like Purdue, because it was just like where everyone else went to in my high school, and I was like I want to go to Purdue. But like, it wasn't really in my head until like um, senior year. That was when I actually started like looking into, I guess, places, and it was like during winter break. So I started my process senior year during winter break, and the process took me a while, because like every like like some schools have like their applications where like it's like early applying to like if you want to be like, in their honors program, or like their extra scholarship opportunities. So it took me all of like winter break just to like research and like find out where I want to go. And the website that I use the most is Niche, Niche. I think everyone uses that, but it's a good way to like, I guess, look at the ratings of what the school is and what other people have to say about the school, and like just anything that like what's like their what people what the school's known for and all that. So it took me like all winter break to choose, and then like after winter break it took me until I guess whenever I accepted until this just to like get in rolling admissions is when like it just took a while, just yeah, because like rolling admissions just take forever.
Yeah, they do. And one more thing is, if you could go back and change like something about your application process, like would you? And what would it be, if so?
If I were to change my application process, I would end up picking a different school. I know it sounds so bad, but okay, University of Toledo is a great school and I love it and all of that, but like the weather just sucks out here. It's nothing different than Illinois, because like we're in the Midwest, so like nothing's different. It sucks, but like if I were to change anything, it was to like just I guess put money more into perspective, because like when I was in high school I didn't have any grasp of what like money really was. Like I knew what money was, and I knew it was like not hard to get, like not easy to get. I'm sorry, not easy to get, but like when I looked at tuitions, I was like, oh, it's only 40,000. That's so cheap, And then now I'm looking at it, I'm just like, that's not cheap at all, Like if I would have changed anything, I would have gone to, I guess, a community college, because I was actually offered free community college in high school because of like this thing called Harper Promise, which like if I did like I guess like 150 hours community service for like the whole 4 years in high school, I get free college at Harper. And so if I had the option to go back, I would go to Harper for 2 years and then graduate and then go to another school, because it would have given me a chance to just like actually like process everything that's going on and choose something. And like, because I didn't know what my major was. I switched majors 3 times, you know, and I kind of wasted a lot of money, because like every time you change a major, you like waste a whole, like I wasted a whole year in pharmacy. So like that's why I'm taking like summer school now, is to like make up the classes that I didn't take. So I would have just, if I had the chance, I would go back and go to community college first, just to figure out what I want to do with my life, because it's like free college, you know. And after the 2 years, I would have gone I would have gone to a different school that's like more focused on like the College of Business instead of like pharmacy, nursing, all that.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for sharing that about yourself. And finally, the last question is, if you could give advice in general to students, high school students, about the college application process, about college, about University of Toledo, just any in general, what would you tell them?
I think my biggest advice is like you put in what you want. I know it's like kind of just like everyone says like you get what you put in, but it really is like what you get, what you put in is what you get out. Because like going to college is like a huge milestone, and it's like basically when you're starting your actual life, because that's the first time you're being independent. That's the first time you get the option to pick anything you like, your classes, your food, like it's just your first time being alone and all of that. So I would suggest like advice would be like, just, it's your life, like choose your options wisely, I guess. And if you make mistakes, it's fine. I make so many mistakes. If you change your major, it's fine. People change their majors all the time. But at the end of the day, like you'll graduate, you'll get out there, and you'll live a good life. Just be patient with the process. I know it's going to be hard, and get your financial aid done quickly, because there's like rumors going on that say like if you finish your financial aid like earlier on, you get more money. And I kind of don't believe it, but I'm like telling myself to believe it because I want money, because like school is like expensive, but just you put in what you get out. So like I know like some people, like my friends, like ended up like, if you have like a significant other, I don't recommend going to the same school as them unless like you guys are really in a serious relationship, because like high school relationships don't like last. So don't pick your colleges because where your friends want to go. Like if they wanted to go somewhere, like don't base your um choice on what they're going to. Like go where you want to go and live your best life.
Okay, thank you so much then, and then that concludes the interview, and thank you so much for letting me interview you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I look like a mess.
No,